Everybody, welcome back to JMV Rock Hunt. I'm Jay.
I'm V.
Yeah, we're back. So I don't know how many of you watched our video from today that I've already posted. It's already up and loaded, and I've had some views on it already. I haven't seen any of the comments yet, so I've been very busy. The guy who's going to be building our building came over, and we discussed all the layout and placement and all that stuff like that. So that's going to start probably in 2, maybe 3 weeks. So that's when basically when his availability is. So there's 2 things we're about to do. One thing we're going to show for this video. Another thing, I don't know if she wants to do her own video doing that. I don't know.
What?
But I'm going to cut, if she wants to cut some, she can, because they're little. We've got some Sueco agates from Mexico. I've never cut any of those. I finally got some. I've got some from 2 different places. I'm sure they all come from the same source initially, but I got some from Highland Park, and I got some from the Family Stones. I also got another one from Mexico that I've never cut, is a Moctezuma. And I'll show you the tag so you know how to spell it, but that's probably backwards, but Moctezuma. So paid 20 bucks for this little piece. It's got a little bit of a face. I can't really tell much from the face. Good size little agate specimen. So I'm probably going to cut that and some of these Sueco. Like I said, I've never cut them, neither one, and I wanted to cut some. I'm not going to bed tonight without cutting some. I'm probably not going to cut many, but I've got a fair amount. And that's just from Family Stones, and there's 5 little ones in here from Highland Park. So, going to cut some of those. I don't know if we'll have a competition with it. If she wants to, I'll whoop her bud. That's fine.
You've had more practice at it. You've had more practice at it. I want to hear it.
I can't have more practice. Just having a better judge of things. I mean, I found, I got you, and that was good judgment.
I found you, thank you very much.
Yeah, but I said I'd do first.
I asked you out first.
I think it was mutual.
No,
yeah,
it wasn't.
Probably
I
mutual.
asked you if you wanted to go out to eat. And I could. So there you go. I can ask my friend Sierra. She can collaborate the story.
All right.
Just move on.
I'm moving on.
Please do, because you're embarrassing yourself.
I'm not embarrassing nothing. I don't get embarrassed. There's nothing that embarrasses me. We can put it to the test if you want. Let's go anywhere. You can do whatever, and I'll just look at
That's
you
not what I'm saying. I
don't get embarrassed.
Can we just move on?
I learned that lesson a long time ago.
You're just pestering me.
I ain't.
Why did you pick her up for?
Because you told me to.
Did you all hear me pick her up?
I heard it. You wanted me to.
You know that dementia's sitting in.
All right, we'll see. We'll see in back in a little bit after I get to cutting. I'm not going to sit here and there's like no windows in these. They're just hole nodules. There's no sense in trying to show you all the individual pieces. There's one, I guess, from that I could show you from Highland Park. That's not a hole nodule. That's I don't even know if it's Sueco, to be honest with you, because it does not look like the rest of them, and it's bigger. This does not look like the rest of them, and it's.
But you stop.
I'm not even going to cut this one. I can face polish this. It's got good banding. You know, whatever it is. But it's a wedge. It's not even a good specimen. So I don't even know why they put that in there. This looks like absolute crap. That's not, that I'm telling you, there's going to be no agate in this. As light as that is. Yeah. I'm going to quit buying from freaking Highland Park. Yeah. And the Family Stones is going out of business, in case you hadn't heard. So that sucks.
I ain't bought
All right.
from very well.
Let me get this stopped and then we'll cut and I'll come back and show you. All right, guys, I got this stuff cut. Okay. This is the El Suecos from Family Stones. These are the El Suecos that I got from, except for this one. I didn't cut this. Like I said, I was not going to. This is the ones from Highland Park. You know, they charge $30 a freaking pound or something like that for them things. That's for the Moctezuma. Which is pretty much the same thing, same price as the Family Stones, but like I said, they probably all come from the same place. But when they're shipping something like that right there out, come on, man. You could tell just how light that was, that there's nothing to it. That was crap. Straight crap. Let me zoom in. Okay, got my water bottle. I know I'm gonna have to do that again, so just so you see, there was a hair about amount of quartz or calcite or something right in the dead center of it. That, no, it's crap. And this one fractured to be hell, so I said screw it. I wasn't going to try to thread the needle with that fracture right there. I just said screw it. I'm going to put it right down the middle of this. Pretty, but almost useless. Completely fractured. Broke up. I mean, I guess I'll take and tumble this. It'll come into about 5 or 6 different pieces aside. So there's that. And this little bitty tiny one, fractured. No bands. I guess there's a little bit of stuff. I don't know. It's crap. And then this one I figured was going to be much the same as that one out there. It's got a geode pocket with a little bit of calcite around the edge of it. A little bit of moss. So pitted around all that yellow part that it's useless. Not gonna be able to do anything with that. Nothing. Crap. So all 4 of those were pretty much useless. This one's the best piece, and there's no specimen there. I can tumble that and turn it into something pretty decent, I guess. You know, it'll be pretty. It is what it is. So I don't know which ones I cut first or whatever. I think I don't know. This one a little bit mossy. There's definitely some stuff up there on top. Little good pocket. Look at that green underneath, right at the edge of that moss right there. At least that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool moss, and there's agate down here on the bottom too. Looks like maybe water lines right there in the middle there. But look how translucent it is. And so yeah, this one would probably take a polish. It might be a hard polish because there is some pits in there. Yeah, let's do this one. Trying to remember which ones are which. I just threw them down there. So much junk. Cleaning it off. So this one got some ghost bands, mainly ghost banding and clear chalcedony, but you can see how clear that is. See them blots down inside there? So that one's all right. Not ain't bad. I'll just show this one. That one was pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty. That one's pretty good. And then this one. It's all white, but man, that's pretty. This one right here, even in the center, it looks like a topo map overhead view of a snow-peaked mountain. That's pretty cool. Molly. There's a little bit of a jersey pocket in that one, on that side. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. I don't know which one I want to show next. Yeah, let's do this one. Because these next two are just... They're pretty crazy. They're pretty crazy. I mean, like I said, I've never cut these. These are Suecos. Look how that looks like it's lit up, and that's just the way the coloration is. It goes real bright white. There's no backlighting. You know, there's no backlighting. That's just the coloration. And it looks like arrow or something, or I don't know. Man, that's just, that one is cool. Beautiful. I can't tell if that's a fracture right there. If it is, it ain't bad. I really don't see one on this side. So yeah, that's a good one. There to me, and even this one, you know, pretty much made things worth it. The white one too. And then there's this one. Oh, God. Yeah, I had to do the best for last, and yes, I do mean best for last. Look at the parallax. Yeah. That one's pretty killer. And again, really don't see any fractures, not on this side and not on this side. Even along the edge is pretty cool. Little druzy bug right there, shield pocket. Little platelets running around in different spots. Yeah. Yep, that one is killer. So, I cut this Moctezuma. Those are the Suecos. This is the Moctezuma. And I've never cut one of these either. This was my first one. It's not bad. I mean, it's definitely different than these other ones. And as far as what it is, it's good looking agate. It's mainly clear, and I don't know, I haven't really even seen very many of these to know if this is a good one for this type of agate or not. It's also, like I said, also Mexican agate as far as I know. I could be wrong about that, but I believe it's also Mexican. You know, I just basically cut almost not quite halfway back from the face. And like I said, I couldn't tell what, based on that face, you know, what it was going to look like. I couldn't see really that kind of yellow down inside there. There might be even more further in there. I'll have to investigate that, but I don't think I'll cut it again. Cut one of the calandrias. I got to looking, there ain't no good, there's no good calandrias in that bag. Not really. It's just crap ones. Yeah, that was just crap. And then cut a couple of these small island agates that I got a hold of. Definitely has some parallax. But there was no cutting this without going through faces, and so it's not a full face, but it's definitely got some pretty banding and quartz pocket geode. And you just get what you get sometimes. Let me get this one wet again. And there again, you know, these things are beat to heck and back. You see that there's definitely going to be some good stuff. The surprising part about these is you don't always see on the outside what the color is going to do on the inside. That is beautiful. Look at that flame pattern all the way through, multiple color layers. That's just beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, that one right there kills me. Let's show you this one. This one was just broke out, busted out. I mean, I'd like to have cut through the middle of that. And maybe I should have, but if I had, I would have had such an open face there. Would not have had a good full face whatsoever. So I've got a little bit of a thin piece there. But I was able to cut that to get a full face. And that's pretty. Why is that thing not zooming in on the macro? Hold on. Still isn't picking up. I don't know. Anyway, I did cut some Malawis, but I think I'm just going to save those. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you one. I'm going to save the rest of them for shorts. I'm still going to do a couple of these as shorts. But any shorts you see from Malawi's in the next 7 days will be some of those. There's only 4 of them. I cut a bunch that were crap. I mean, I don't show the crap ones. Not like real true, except for this. I had to show that because that's just pathetic. That thing is so light. There's no way they should have put that in the bag. They shouldn't have had this as a lot, and it's just pathetic. They take advantage of people because it's online shopping. There's no way anybody would have bought that in person, guaranteed. So hold on a minute, guys. All right, guys. Vicky went to bed. She ain't gonna be able to holler from the other room today, I don't think. Yeah, I got some good stuff here. I was very pleasantly surprised by some of the El Suecos. You know, at least 3 of them. Really 4. There were 4 of them that was really good. All the stuff from Highland Park sucked. Pretty much all the El Suecos, except for that one that's going to have to be tumbled or you know, whatever. It's going to have to be done. Now, the island agates come from them, and they're great. And I can't complain about them. You know, you can't. Yeah, I'd like to have one that's not all busted up and, you know, but that's just the way those are that I've seen. Maybe they save all the absolute best ones. I mean, that's kind of how Josh Ritter does. He gets all the absolute best ones and gets them out for himself or sells them to very rich people who can afford that stuff. I don't know. Little peons like me get the dregs. But, you know, these little El Suecos, man, that one's good. Now, I'll say if I had money, I'd still buy. I would definitely be buying some of that stuff myself. So, but yeah, I don't have Laguna money. You know, that kind of specimen money. Good red and black Kentucky agate money. Unfractured. Not me. So, let me know what you think. Which one was your favorite? I don't know. I gotta say myself, probably this Moctezuma or no, El Sueco. Either this El Sueco with such high good parallax, or this island agate. I'm really loving these island agates. I tell you, this island agate is that's just beautiful to me. So yeah, one of those two is my favorite overall of this group of cuts. So while I was doing this, Vicky was practicing on the wheels. So I didn't really get to do anything on the wheels, and she's already in bed, and it's already well past my bedtime. So yeah, I'm not going to give a chance to do any polishing today. We ran Cumberland Falls, had to go over the plans for the shop building with the guy that's going to be building it for us, and then eat dinner. And yeah, time when you only got one day off a week. I was trying not to yawn, and it still happened. I kept it contained. So when you only have a day, because I didn't get home Saturday night until 7, 8, something like that. 7, I think it was. You got enough time to come home, eat a little something, and you got to go to bed. Yeah, don't have time for nothing. So I gotta switch jobs. I love everything about my company except for one person, maybe two. Everybody else at that company, they're awesome people. As long as they're running you good and you're doing your part and working your butt off, which I do for the most part, and any trucking job that's going to be, there's going to be ups and downs, of course, right? But sometimes some people are buttholes and they don't do you right. That's neither here nor there, but I'm hoping to get this other job soon. Be a pay raise and more time off. So let's see if we can get it worked out. What are you doing, Daisy girl? You guys want to see Daisy? Come on. Come on. Come on, kitty cat. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. She ain't gonna do it. She ain't gonna do it. Anyways, Roscoe do it. He's a knothead. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Tell me which one's your favorite. We'll catch you next time. I'm Jay. Yeah, she's asleep. See y'all later.